And welcome back to the Kenny and JT show here on News Talk 1480 WHBC. And it's that time of the week when we honor our Sarchione Ford Player of the Week. And for week number 5, my goodness, what a week this kid had. All he did was rush for 295 yards on 28 carries, and not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I sound like LeBron and Dwayne Wade. Not 5, but 6 touchdowns in Jackson's big win over Perry, 56-30. We're talking about senior running back Brenden Craig joining us on the Kenny and JT show. Brenden, congratulations on the honor. Thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Hey, we're outstanding and happy to be talking to you today after such a big game in a big win for you guys. And you're off to a 5-0 start, and we'll get to that here in a second, Brenden. But you're no stranger to big games running the football. You ran for 356 in a game last year against Nordonia. You almost hit 300, 5 yards short. But as the game's unfolding, are you getting a sense the other night against Perry that this could be another one of those big games for you?
Yes, sir. Definitely by early in the second half, I could tell that we're pushing the gas a lot.
For you, was this the game plan going in? Did you know you were going to be featured 28 to 30 times? And did you see something on film where you guys thought you could have a big game running the football?
We didn't really plan on running the ball, but we really planned on getting the ball outside, and that was the goal. And we definitely did, but our game plan was definitely to pass more than run.
All right, so take me through a game like this, Brenden. And again, you ran for 356 last year, so you're not a stranger to what's it like when it gets going like this. They can't stop you. Coach Bud knows they can't stop you. So let's get you the ball, like you said, to the outside and let you do your thing. What's that like?
You really don't even know how good you're doing until you either hear it on the announcements or after the game. I didn't even know I was that close to 300 yards at all.
So none of your teammates are coming up to you on the sideline and saying, yo, BC, man, you're 20 yards shy of 300. We want to try and get you the 300 yards again. Nobody's coming up and saying that to you?
No, sir. But they're like, how many touchdowns? How many touchdowns? There were so many. I didn't even know. I was like 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
Right. So 6 touchdowns in a game. Had you ever done that before?
No, sir.
All right. So we talked about the rushing yards. What's it like when you're crossing that goal line 6 times in one game? I mean, that's a senior season for some kids. 6, they'd be happy with that for their entire senior year. You did it in one game. So what's that like when the hole opens up, you get to daylight, and then you're crossing the goal line 6 times?
No, just all the emotion just starts pouring out as soon as you cross the line with your team. Is so amazing.
Brenden Craig is our guest. He is our Sarchione Ford Player of the Week this week for his outstanding performance, 295 yards, 6 touchdowns. And let's put up some of those unbelievable numbers. We got a little scroll on the bottom. I always forget to drop this in there because I'm not a TV guy like this. But there you go. You can look at his numbers. And the big win over Perry, a Federal League win, now 2-0 in the Federal League. What's it mean for you to, A, be undefeated overall, Brenden, and B, undefeated so far in the Federal League at 2-0?
It's amazing, but we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep going because the only thing that's better than 5-0 is 6-0.
Look at that. I love that attitude.
Yes,
and that's Urban Meyer saying from when he was with the Buckeyes. He would always bring that up, and that's the great thing about being undefeated. The next week you can stay undefeated.
Yes.
This team, what makes this team special? Because right now, you guys are the top-ranked team in Stark County in the computer rankings in all divisions. You're my number 1 team in Ken's top 10 in Stark County. So what's so special about this team, and why are you guys off to this great start and hopefully continuing it this week when you have a big matchup against Lake?
Definitely our chronometer. Oh, my gosh. Our team chronometer.
Camaraderie? That's
yes,
the word
sir.
you're looking for, right? Yeah.
Yes. And just our physicality. We definitely we do everything together, from just eating together to watching film together to hanging out together. We're always together.
And we hear that at every level, how important that is. Why does that make such a difference when it gets time to play games on Friday night, all the time you guys spent together?
Because, like, I would say that when we're not as close as we are, we can't, like, come together in the moment when we need to. And we're so close together that we can, like, say anything to each other. Okay, guys, we got to, like, pick it up. We got to do this and this and that. And everyone just follows along.
You guys are off to an outstanding start, but you have a huge game this week against Lake. They're undefeated as well. They've played one less game because they had some COVID issues in that. But also, you're on the road. Have you, all 5 of your games to this point, have they been at home so far, Brenden?
Yes, sir.
So you've not gone on the road. So number one, it's a big test because Lake's undefeated. It's a Federal League game, and you're on the road. Has Coach Bud said anything different to you guys about taking what we've done at home and making it travel with us, being that this will be your first game in enemy territory, if you will?
Yes, sir, he has. We just got to go over there and treat it just like it's no other game.
For this team to continue to do what they're doing right now, Brenden, what are the keys for you guys? Well, what is it that has you at 5-0, stepping on the football field, besides yourself, obviously putting up such huge numbers? Is it quarterback play? Is it offensive line play? Is it defensive line play? What's been the key for you guys?
It's definitely all of it. I wouldn't say just like one part of us has won us the games, because week 4, it was the defense that definitely won us that game. Right. Special teams even have won us, like great field position. Nico always putting it in the end zone, making his field goals. And then this week, offense, we definitely clicked.
Yeah, let's go back. I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I'm glad you mentioned it. Huge game before the Perry game against Green. And it comes down to a field goal attempt by Green to win the game. And you mentioned your special teams got a hand and blocked the field goal, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that game right there, did the Green game give you guys the confidence you needed going into the Perry game? And maybe, okay, yeah, we were, going into the Green game, we were 3-0, but okay, Fed League starts, Green's undefeated. Let's find out how good we really are going up against Green. And did you guys gain that confidence maybe after the win over Green? Or did you already have it? Maybe you guys were already confident you knew you could win.
No, it was like more like not like, because we feel as though we didn't play to our full potential, and so we knew we had to put in more work to beat Perry than what we did to beat Green.
And it was interesting. Perry is known for running the football, and you kind of did to Perry what Perry normally, does to everybody else, right? The way you ran the football with 295 and 56 points. I'm looking at your offense. You're averaging 34.2 points per game. Talk to me about Hunter, your quarterback, and what he means in that huddle and what he's been. Oh, there he is. What's up, Hunter? Congratulations so far. Hey, good luck this week against Lake. I want to hear from your teammate what you mean to this team. So put into words what that guy sitting next to you means, Brenden.
Well, this guy, he's the caboose of the whole train. When, like, he really brings us together in any situation, and he just takes control when he needs to. And I'll tell him before the play, dude, if you can throw it, because you can do that. It's automatic for him.
Right. Hunter Geisinger, the senior quarterback, Brenden Craig, the senior running back for the Jackson Polar Bears, who are 5-0 overall, 2-0 in the Federal League. All right, let's talk about goals for this team. Did you guys, with Coach Bud at the helm, and he does a great job, did you guys set team goals before the game? And both of you guys can weigh in on this. Were there team goals that were set for this year's team, fellas?
Definitely, for sure, winning a playoff game. We definitely want to win a playoff game, and just always doing the best that we can.
Yeah, our goal is to win the league for sure.
Yep.
The last time a team went 10-0 at Jackson was, I think, 1965. So we wanted to, break that streak. I mean, that's the goal. You have bigger goals than just, winning just one playoff game. We want to win multiple.
Yes, sir.
And, we want to really, set the, culture at a different level. Like for Jackson, we want to be a team that stands out in the history. When, you talk about Jackson football, you remember the 2021 team. And, that was, that's our biggest goal. We just want to be different than every other team in the past.
We want to leave a lasting imprint, right, on this football program. So
Yes.
the kids, because I know in covering you guys in basketball and baseball with state championships and that, I remember the stories, where Logan and those guys are coming up watching Jackson win a state championship as little kids, and then they wanted to do it when they were seniors, Logan Hill and Kyle Young and those guys, and they went out and they won a state championship. So you want those little kids in the Pee Wee leagues, right, to look up to Brenden Craig and Hunter Geisinger and want to do what you guys did, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's it going to take for you guys to do that? And we'll let you go here to your study hall or maybe get to practice here. I don't want you guys to have to run laps, keeping you too long there with Coach Bud. Let's just go with this week because it's one game at a time. What's it going to take for you guys to go on the road and beat Lake this week?
We need to have definitely good mental focus all through practice. Have a good week of practice for sure.
And Hunter, what about you?
Up front, we got to be very physical. They have a very big O-line, very big backers. So, we got to be very physical with them up front. And I think that's where it starts this week is getting our O-line, knowing what they're doing, knowing the game plan, knowing their personnel, knowing how their guys' tendencies. And I think that'll be a big part of how we play this Friday is up front.
All right, before we go, though, since I got the quarterback and the running back, y'all better give some love to your O-lineman right now.
Yes, sir.
Who's the anchor of that O-line as you go across, from center to right to left? Who are the key guys up there?
Colton Arnold, Clay Harper, the whole O-line, Connor Jeffries, Weston Peters, and
Justin
Pierce.
Justin Pierce. Yeah, he started his first game at left tackle last Friday. So
wow, so he's got your blind side then, huh,
yes.
Hunter?
Yes.
And he's opening up holes for you, Brenden, right? So make sure you remember their names. Make sure you give them a pat on the back when the as we call them, the skill position guys win the awards. They can't do it without what we like to. And this is in a nice way. We like to call the big uglies up front. If they don't do their job, you guys can't do your job, right?
That's right.
Yes,
hey, guys, thanks for taking time to join us. Brenden, congratulations on our Sarchione Ford Player of the Week. Best of luck this week, not only against Lake, but for the rest of the season, guys. And we've got you guys on TV this week. It's our Alt Care TV Game of the Week. So best of luck in that game at Lake, and we'll talk to you down the road. All right, guys?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. We'll get a break in right now. We'll come back with more of the Kenny and JT